Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you on today's episode? We have for you a segment of a series which is being aired on Netflix. Now, I don't have a Netflix account myself. I wouldn't pay for that. If you pointed a gun at my head, I still wouldn't pay for it. But I had to show it to you, this segment, because, and it is doing the rounds on social media, because it highlights just how bad not only the writing is, that goes without saying in the modern era, the postmodern era even, but it goes further than that. Because I warned a long time ago what would happen when these left-wing ideologues who have been indoctrinated and well steeped in critical race theory left universities and colleges and went to work not on a production line or as a carpenter or an electrician, but instead they would go to work in Hollywood, Netflix, writers, in media companies like commercials, and so on and so on. Public life, basically. This is the result. This is the result when they push their insane ideologies into everything. And you're going to see what I mean. If you haven't seen this already, it's just bizarre. Bearing in mind, this is a drama. It's meant to be a drama show, a TV show about drama. It's ridiculous. So let's get into it now. If you haven't yet, please like this video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and share this video around. Leave a comment below, but most importantly, do share it. I need your help now more than ever because YouTube is sectioning off independent commentary channels. So I need your help to grow. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's check this out.
You don't get it. You are closer to white than I'll ever be.
Together we make a whole white person.
Your favorite food is cheeseburgers and I know more Mandarin than you do. You're barely even Asian.
Sorry, I'm not Chinese enough for you. But I've never seen you pound back jerk chicken. Last time I checked, Brody twerks better than you. And I liked your poem, but your bars could use a little more work, homie. So really, how black are you then?
Excuse me?
What? Literally, what? Because if we're gonna play that game, let's do it. Oppression Olympics. Let's go.
You don't get.
So, I mean, that's it. It's 36 seconds long. We'll watch it again, because it is so cringeworthy, so ridiculous. Bearing in mind that this program's supposed to be drama, but it's ends up unironically becoming comedy, right? But it's cringe comedy. It's not funny comedy. It's not the type of comedy you watch and you laugh because it's funny. It's that weird type of comedy where you know, sometimes you can get embarrassed for someone else. Even though it's not you, you can feel embarrassed on their behalf. I'm sure people have experienced this before. This strange phenomenon. That's what I feel when I watch this. Now, it's not the actors' faults, of course, it's the writers. The actors are just doing their job. But this is what I mean when I warned that these people in colleges and universities 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, when they leave and then they start working in Hollywood, in writing, in mainstream media, all of the information and public culture type industries, they would bring their ideology with them. I warned that would happen, right? The only thing they care about is their ideology. It's all they've been taught. They have been taught to look at everything they will ever go through in their life, everything they'll ever experience, anything they ever create. They've been taught to feed it all through the lens of what they call themselves the Oppression Olympics. I'm guessing that is the writer's attempt at projection, because that is exactly what they're doing here. The writing is a joke, but of course the series will get praised by all of the reviewers who are in, you know, the shill media type thing. They will call it the best thing ever because they also view the world through that left-wing intersectionality lens. So when they see a production, a work of art that has that lens of intersectionality all the way through it from start to finish, it's only natural they're going to call it beautiful. They're going to look at it and think, oh, this is woke, this is brilliant, this is the best thing. Because those reviewers, the shill media, as I said, they themselves view the world through that intersectional prism. So it is beautiful to their eyes. But we, of course, don't understand that. We don't see it that way because we aren't indoctrinated. Take a look again, because you've really got to admire the cringeworthiness of the dialogue. And bearing in mind, 2 people wrote this. 2 people wrote these lines. I've looked her up, and apparently it was 2 white left-wing women. You know, the Sex in the City career type women. But then I've had other people tell me it wasn't. But so I'm not really sure what to believe. But let's watch again.
You don't get it. You are closer to white than I'll ever be.
Together we make a whole white person.
Your favorite food is cheeseburgers, and I know more Mandarin than you do. You're barely even Asian.
Sorry, I'm not Chinese enough for you. But I've never seen you pound back jerk chicken. Last time I checked, Brody twerks better than you. And I liked your poem, but your bars could use a little more work, homie. So really, how black are you then?
Excuse me?
What? Literally? What?
What, literally what, is the most cringeworthy line I've ever heard? And you know, we've ran through the whole gamut of creeds here. So, doing my research, what I've been led to believe from what I've researched is that this guy here is supposed to play a half Asian character, and the girl is apparently supposed to be half black. I think it's centered around, this whole series is centered around the grey area of people who are biracial. I think it's meant to be that, because when I typed it into Google, biracial things on Netflix, you know, just words like that, it came up with a whole slew of programs aired on Netflix, Netflix originals, that are dedicated to things like biracial couples and that type of thing. So I think this slots into there perfectly. What sets it apart from the others, though, and most things in production, is the appalling dialogue written by people who are obsessed. The 2 women that wrote the dialogue for this series, they are the priest class of the intersectional left. They aren't the acolytes. They aren't the hoi polloi. They are the priest class of the woke left. They control all of the woke grain. The woke grain which is used to brainwash the woke masses. They control the grain silos. The people who wrote this, they are that pure. They are close to the intersectional God. There is the woke God, then there is the priest class of the woke brigade, and that is these writers.
You don't get it. You are closer to white than I'll ever be.
Together we make a whole white person.
Your favorite food is cheeseburgers, and I know more Mandarin than you do. You're barely even Asian.
Sorry, I'm not Chinese enough for you.
My English viewers will know what that meant.
But I've never seen you pound back jerk chicken. Last time I checked, Brody twerks better than you. And I liked your poem, but your bars could use a little more work, homie. So really, how black are you then?
Excuse me?
So we've got things to do with immutable characteristics, and we've got things like music and fast food and junk food. This is apparently what these middle-aged white women who wrote this script think that the young happening crowd talk about. That's what they think the young cosmopolitan people talk about. This is their idea. This is the people who are close to becoming boomers, the boomer generation. This is their idea of what the young talk about. and the things that matter to the young.
What? Literally? What?
What? Literally what? Look at his face. This is a man who has been saddled. When he got this role, he probably thought he'd made it big. He'd breached into the Hollywood. He'd made it big. And then when the scripts come through the post and he's reading it, he thinks to himself, what? Literally what? That's my joke, by the way. I hope you like. I hope my comedy was better than their comedy. But look, I'm going to leave it there. What more can you say? It is the most cringeworthy piece of writing I've ever heard in my life. I could write something better with my pubic hair. I have no doubt about that. I'll leave it there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this masterpiece of woke art. I suppose you could call it art, in the same way that when I was young they would like crumple up a piece of paper, take a photo of it and say that that's art. So I think it's in that same category. Or like as a child, when a child gets hold of paint or crayons and paints all over the carpet, it's art in that bracket. So I'll leave it there. If you haven't yet, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and share this video around with anyone you think who might want to laugh at intersectionality for a few moments. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.